She campaigned where the primary part of her campaign.
I want to get to audience questions and online questions.
So she's allowed to do that, but I'm not allowed to respond.
You're going to get to respond right now.
That sounds fair.
Well, we turned over 35,000, so
oh, yeah.
it was.
What about the other 15,000?
Please allow her to respond. She didn't talk while you talked.
Hillary Clinton wants to allow.
And why did it morph into that? No, answer the question.
Why
do you still believe?
Her? You
I
interrupt
do.
me all the time. Why don't you
Would
interrupt
you
her?
please?
Going to be able to. You're going to have plans.
What does that mean?
Well, I'll tell you.
Media bias alert. A new report says there were a lot of interruptions of the candidates last night, mostly just with Donald Trump. Our count, Trump had at least 13 interactions with the moderators versus 2 for Hillary Clinton. Media Research Center Director Rick Noyes is not surprised. Rich, does your count, does that match up with what we found, that Donald Trump had more interruptions than Hillary Clinton from the moderators?
Yeah, it was about 2 to 1, about 20-something interruptions. Some of those might be multiple interactions to fewer than a dozen for Hillary Clinton. But it was more than interruptions. They were challenging Donald Trump. They were pressing him in a very adversarial way. They asked her tough questions, but not in that kind of challenging adversarial way. They challenged the audience when the audience would cheer on Trump's behalf, but not when it interrupted on Hillary Clinton's behalf. Martha Raddatz, one of the moderators from ABC, actually began debating Trump herself at one point. She was instructing him like she was a school teacher, telling him about what the military does in terms of advance notification when it goes on a military campaign. You put all these things together, and it was a very hostile playing field for Trump, and that makes it 3 debates in a row now where the media, the journalists who are participating as moderators, were really putting their thumb on the scale against the Republicans.
Yeah, I thought it was a riveting debate because the moderators were getting in there and trying to press the candidates on it. However, and you make a good point, I do think that they could have pushed back on Hillary Clinton when Donald Trump said, you use BleachBit on your private server emails. And I think that's where it sort of fell down, that the moderators did not press Hillary Clinton on the private email server. What did you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, she said everything that Trump said was false. Well, there was this BleachBit that happened. There were deleted emails after a subpoena was issued. It wasn't, there were some things you could question. There were some things you could challenge. But, she got away with a blanket statement and then walked away from it without being followed up. Contrast that to Anderson Cooper's questions at the beginning of the debate about this Inside or Access Hollywood tape, where he pressed him over and over and over again to get the answer he wanted. It was 2 different approaches, one for the Republican, one for the Democrat.
That's an important point, Rich. Thank you for that comparison. It's really illuminating. Always great to have you on. Thanks again. We've got debate fact check. Last night, Hillary Clinton denied being Secretary of State during President Obama's comment about drawing the red line in Syria. My next guest says what she said was not true. He's retired Lieutenant Colonel Tony Shaffer. He tells us why after this.